Hello learners, welcome to TryRite. Today we will be learning about the object-oriented programming, which consists of classes, objects, and methods. Classes. A class in Java is a blueprint or a template from which objects are created. It defines properties, which states fields and attributes, and behaviors, which state methods of an object. Now for this program, we'll be studying the various value. Public class person. Here the field or attributes can be string name. For this class, the fields are name and age. String is the data type of the name and int is the age data type. Yeah. And now it comes to the behavior methods. Now suppose there is one method called say hello, which doesn't return anything, so void type. And in this method we are printing the name. Now moving on to objects. Great. Now let's explore objects in Java, which are the heart of Java works. So what is object in Java? An object is an instance of a class. It is an instance of class, that is, it's a print of a class. It represents a real world entity like car, person, and contains state behavior. State which says data and fields, behavior which says methods and functions. Creating an object in Java. The key points about objects. We should be remembering the key point about the object. Installation. Creating an object with the help of new keyword. We have always seen and have created the objects with the help of new keyword. This is the keyword which helps us in creation of new object. References. The variable my dog, that refers to the object in memory. In the memory, the initial without initializing any value, we have zero value or null value. The variable my dog in my dog. Suppose my dog refers to the main object, so the reference, we are referring something with the help of my dog. That reference the object in the memory, that refers to object in the memory. That if you are referring to an object, this will refer to my object. In the memory. Now dot operator. We are assigning a value. Object dot call method. Object dot the method name. So it is used to access fields and methods of an object. We have seen it earlier that we are calling different methods with the help of dot operator. Likewise in constructor also, we can see that this dot the method name or method name, this dot the method name, this dot the method name or variable name, with which we are assigning it. Yeah. Real life analogy. Think of a class as a blueprint for a house. Now each object is an actual in the actual house is built from that blueprint. Each object in that house is built from the blueprint only. Now you will build multiple houses, means that they are the object, and they can have default colors, different colors, different default colors, sizes, etc. Now we are coming to the methods. So we know methods are a block of code that perform a specific task. Here a method is a collection of data elements that perform an operation. Java methods belong to classes or objects depending on whether they are static or instance methods. That is a function defined within a class that operates on a specific object of that class. I repeat, in Java, methods belong to a class or objects. These methods belong to the classes. We have seen that they belong to the classes or objects depending upon whether they are static or instance methods. That is a function defined within a class. Function means method defined function. Here the methods defined within the class that operates on a specific object. A specific object means the instance variable, the variables, different forms and different forms. A specific object of the class. Now parts of the methods. Now we are coming to the parts of, on coming to the parts of methods. Here we have modifier, which is the access control. Access control of the class methods. They have the access control. Methods can be public, private, protected, or one package private, public, private, protected. Yeah. Now return type, the type of value that the method returns. It says the type of method type. This says about the different type of values that the method returns. Use void. We are using void if nothing is being returned here. So if nothing is being returned, we are using void. Likewise the way here, void, because this is printing the value but isn't returning any value to it. Now the method name, the name of the method, it should be a verb, mixed case with the first letter, lower letter. First letter should always be the lower letter for the method. Now coming to the various of the oops concepts. We know that there are four pillars of oops concept. There are four pillars, especially in oops concept. These four pillars are encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, and inheritance. I repeat, encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, and inheritance. Now we'll move to the program for this part. Now we'll move for the program for this part to understand this program very well. Yeah. So let's create a person with name, age, and city, and display all these variables. Let's create a person with name, age, and city, and let's display all these values. For here we are creating the classes as person, public class person. This says that this class can be inherited or can be intervened by any other classes, because this is having access modifier as public. Now private string, here the variable fields or attributes are as string, private string because this name belongs to this class only, and the private age because this belongs to a particular name, particular age, and particular city belongs to this of a particular person, can belong to a they are defined for a particular person. Now for public person, this is a constructor which we are initializing here, and the various variables or fields which are said here are name, age, and city. Now using this operator with dot command, we are assigning the different names using this operator with using this as object with dot operator dot this variable name. We are assigning the different age, name, age, and city. Yeah. Similarly, we are going for different getters and setup for getting the values and displaying the values. With the help of getter, we will get the values. We are getting the public string get name, and similarly get age, and after that get city. We are getting all the values, and setters. This will set the values. Setters will set the value. Public void set name using the set name. This dot name equals name. Similarly, public void set age int age. This dot age equals age. This is a constructor for setting different values. Now public void set cities and public void set city string city. This will set the city named by given by us. Yeah. Now moving on to the program further, we have the public string to string. It will convert all the values to the string form in the form of a string. Yeah, all the values to the form of a string. Here and it will return the person having the name, age, and it will finally return the value. It will return the value as name, age, and city. This method, yeah, to string. This method to test the class. We are having a method to test the class. Now we are preparing an object of this class. Person, and the person person, small p person is this is object. Now object with the help of new keyword, as I have already told you, we are assigning the value name as Alice, whose age is 30 and his workplace is New York. New York. City is New York. Now system.out.println this person will be printed and will be assigned with the values. Similarly, in the second, we are giving the name set. We are setting the name to the Bob, and whose age is 25, and Los Angeles is the city. And we are taking system.out.println person. For this value, we are taking this person, this person, this person, this person, this object person here. We are displaying this person here. And when we will go to the console and run this program, when we will run this program and go to the console, we will find the output. Yeah, very well, we can see that person, name, age and city is being displayed here. Similarly, for this person, for this program, for this program also, the values are set and displayed here. Now, when we have done this, we should move to the next program. Now we will define methods. To deposit and withdraw money. We will define methods to deposit and withdraw money. Here we have a bank account. Here we have a bank account who has a private part balance, because every balance belongs to a particular account only. That's why this variable is termed as private. Now public bank account. This is a method where we are giving double initial balance as the variable, and where this variable is assigned to the balance. Now going on to public void deposit. Now going on to the method public void deposit, where we are providing an amount as an outer value. If amount is greater than 0, if this amount is the amount which we are providing, that is greater than 0, then the initial balance will be added by the amount. Initial balance will be added to the amount, and then the amount will be printed. Else it will print the amount. Let the deposited amount to be a positive one. Now, if we are withdrawing, let's make a method. If we want to withdraw the money, if we are withdrawing, we should withdraw it by the amount. If amount is greater than 0 and less than the balance, then the balance will be reduced by the amount. Then the balance will be reduced by that much amount, and the value will be printed out here. Else, if amount is more than balance, then it will show insufficient fund. If the amount is more than balance, how can it withdraw from that much money? It can't. Else it will display withdrawn amount must be a positive one. Because suppose if you are not withdrawing any amount, then it will display that the amount should be a positive one. Now moving on to the next part, we are having public double get balance. We are finally getting the balance, and we are finally getting the balance. Public amount get balance is a method which will get the total balance. Yeah, and it will return the balance amount. Here. To operate this method, we are making the main method of this program, Java main method. This is the main method of this program. Public static void main string args, and we are making bank account, and account is the object of that. With the help of account, we can call any of the methods and operate them. With the help of this account object, which is created with the help of this new keyword, we can create on any of these methods. Yeah. Now account.deposit. We are depositing. Suppose with the amount as bank account, initial balance is 1000. With the help of this value, we are giving the initial values as 1000. Now we are depositing an amount of 500. So we will call this account. With the help of this account this method. With the help of 500 rupees, we are depositing it. So we have taken amount balance. This balance. Initial balance. There is initial balance which we are doing with the help of 1000. This balance, and there is a balance. There is a amount. Deposit amount. See, deposit amount, double amount in the bracket. Deposit amount. We are calling this method with the help of dot operator, account dot deposit. Similarly, we are calling account dot withdraw. We are calling account dot withdraw. We can call any method with the help of dot operator and object. Similarly, we are calling this withdrawal amount, and again the amount is withdrawn by 2000, and again we are calling 2000 to be withdrawn, and finally the output is printed. Finally the output is printed. So let's run this program. Yeah, now when we are coming to the program, we are finding the amount deposited is 500, where we know that initial balance should be 1000, but the amount deposited is 500 only, so it will be printed. Deposited amount is printed. Amount withdrawn is 200. Amount withdrawn is 1500. 1500 is 500. Amount deposited is 500, but the initial balance was 1000, so the total amount will be 1500. And when the amount withdrawn will be 200, then 1500 minus 200 equals 1300. So withdrawn amount is 200, and then the balance goes to be 1300. When the balance goes to be 1300 only, now you have the withdraw amount of 2000. How can you do that when you have 1300 amount only in your account, and how can you draw 2000 from that? So it's insufficient funds, because you don't have that much money to be withdrawn from that. And now finally coming to this program, finally coming to system.print balance current balance. We know that the current balance was some amount, and so we will get balance. We'll call this get balance amount. We will call this method object dot get balance method. When this will be called 1300, we were knowing that 1300 was the remaining balance. We knew 1500 minus 200 equals 1300, which was the remaining balance, so it is being printed here. So very well, we have done with all, and we knew the various concepts of Java. Thank you.